Well, hello there, my Chiquita Nicole Speaks listeners. I hope you all had a marvelous week, a marvelous weekend, whatever day that you are listening to this episode today. I hope that before you reached this episode that you were feeling great. Have you all ever experienced a time in your life when things are getting so hard and you feel like you're putting your best foot forward? You are throwing out all the different angles to handle things. You just doing the doggone thing. So much so where you feel like you are just drained. You kicking butt, you're tired. No matter how early you go to bed, no matter how early you get started, you just feel like you are busting your butt, and then you turn around and have nothing to show for it. How many of y'all can relate to that? I see a few of y'all nodding y'all heads. I know y'all wonder how she see us. I see y'all. Don't worry about all that. But either way, how many of y'all can really relate to that? Today, I just want to talk to you guys about, feeling frustrated and feeling down and not staying there too long. Picking yourself back up and just keeping the grind going. Because listen, your girl was frustrated this week. Y'all know I like to keep it real. Y'all know that I like to be honest and authentic and let y'all know that I'm not perfect. I have feelings. I'm human. I cry. I break down. And I lack motivation sometimes. But you know what? In my lack of motivation and in my hurt and pain and weariness, I try my hardest not to stay there too long. I also try not to make decisions in that moment, because a lot of times we can make decisions off of how we feel, off of our emotions, and it can just really mess things up. Let me tell you, earlier this week, listen, your girl was stressed out. I mean, I was grinding, doing the doggone thing, moving left and right and left, just swagging on them a little bit, And then all of a sudden, I sat back and realized that my money was not matching my hustle. How many of y'all can relate to that? So I immediately was like, what am I going to do? I feel like I've exhausted all of my creative thinking. I feel like I have done everything that I think is possible to do. I grind hard, I work hard, I don't cut corners. Like, I give everything my all. Like, that's just how I'm made. That's how God made me. A hard worker, a hard-working entrepreneur, a hard-working woman, mother, girlfriend, all of that, So when I felt like that, I was like, this cannot be happening to me right now. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, all of a sudden, I just started blaming myself. What am I doing wrong? Why is this not working? And it's so easy to get into that woe is me mindset and just start beating yourself up and tearing yourself down. Like, this is just not normal. I feel horrible about myself. But I had to stop. And I was about to make a decision based off of my emotion. But I stopped. And thankfully, I have a great circle of friends, an amazing supportive partner, boyfriend, and they ain't gonna let me give up. And I'm not gonna let y'all give up. And the reason for this episode today, I just want to encourage you to not give up. No matter how hard things get, just pick yourself up and get creative. That fire that you had to get yourself moving the way you were moving, even though you weren't paying attention to the fact that the income wasn't matching the hustle, you got to keep that same grind, if not add more to it. Because it's going to get hard. And it's not even just talking about entrepreneur life. It is just life in general. People go through getting sick. People lose loved ones. People get injuries. They have children that act out. Parenting is not easy. Nothing in life is easy. And especially if you have a business, that crap is not easy. But if you're truly passionate about what it is that you're doing, and you truly know that you are the expert in your field and that you can truly help someone, whether it's selling products, offering services, pampering someone, motivating them by the things that you're saying to them, whatever your talent may be, do it. Even if you feel like you're giving away everything for free, do it. I like to say, I promise one of these days, and I'm going to speak it into existence, Nike is going to sponsor me, because I'm always saying, be like Nike. Just do it. I'm always rocking Nike gear, Nike shoes, Nike workout gear, Nike headbands, Nike everything. I love Nike. So one of these days, Nike going to pay me. But anyway, they not paying me for this statement I'm making right now, but I just love Nike. But really and truly, just be like Nike and just do it. Just do the doggone thing. I listen to Mike Rashid. He's a male fitness athlete that I follow on YouTube. And he made a very profound statement, and it resonated with me, and it was right on time. Isn't it amazing how you can hear things right in that moment when you need it? And he said something very profound, and I can't quote it, exactly how he said it, because I don't remember exactly how he said it, but I do know he pretty much said something like, you can't have a woe is me spirit. You can't have a get down spirit. You have to be up all the time. And when you feel like you're getting down, you just need to get up even faster, is basically what he said. That's my version of it. So I took that and I ran with it, because sometimes you just got to be creative, and sometimes you have to not be too prideful to ask for the things that you need. And a lot of times when you don't communicate and you hold in your hurt, you hold in your pain, your suffering, your struggle, no one's going to be able to help you, because no one knows about it but you and God. And you can pray all day, but guess what? Faith without works is dead. So if you just praying, Lord, please bless me, Lord, please bless me, but you're not doing anything action-wise to get that blessing, baby girl, honey bun, it ain't happening. So I had to suck up my pride and be like, listen, I'm going to communicate this thing, because I've been on this journey of transparency and speaking my truth and my honesty and just being real, because I know that being real is going to help somebody else. And it's going to help me too. A lot of the times when I do these podcasts and speak these motivational statements that I make, sometimes I'm speaking to myself, and I'm like, let me go ahead and share this, because I don't know who else might need this today. Just like I needed that post that very day he posted it, and I just happened to hear it and see it. It was meant for me to see that. And I was like, you know what? I did not know what I was going to talk about today on my podcast, but here it is. Do not give up. No matter what life throws at you, no matter what struggles you're having in your business, no matter what lack of money you're earning, just keep on grinding it out. If you have that drive in you, if you have that fire in you, don't let one hiccup and one failure mess you up. Because what I heard and learned through all of this is that for every single struggle that you have, your breakthrough is coming. Y'all hear that? For every struggle that you have, a breakthrough is coming. And it's closer than you think it is. It really is. And I'm always saying, I'm praying for a miracle. I'm praying for a blessing. But I'm out here grinding too. I'm not just getting on my knees praying and saying, Lord, help me. I'm saying, Lord, help me, and please give me the tools I need to be successful. Because right now, baby, I don't know what it is that you want me to do. I don't know what it is that I'm supposed to do to be successful. I'm just trying to follow your will and your way. But I need you to be a little bit more plain for me. I need you to be a little bit more clear, because I feel like a dummy right now, because I must be doing something the wrong way, the reason why it's not working out. And sometimes you just have to be still and listen. And last year, with all the crap we went through in 2020, we called that 2020 vision. But guess what we were forced to do? We was forced to sit our butts down and listen. And when we was forced to sit down and listen, we didn't like a lot of the things that was revealed to us. But guess what? It needed to be, because by it being revealed to us, it shaped us to be able to move forward in a way that will make us prosperous. So now in 2021, I call it 2021 revision. So we got 2020 vision, 2021 revision. And you know where I got that idea from? My son was doing his vision board. This is something we do. It's like a tradition I started about 3 years ago, where on the new year, we always write down our goals for the year, and we do our best to try to accomplish those goals and some. And when we do our vision board for the next year, if we didn't accomplish something, we carry it over if that's still a goal that we want to reach, and then we add to it. So when he showed me his vision board, it said 2021 revision, and I immediately thought, what? Boy, if you said something profound right there. 2021 revision. We need to revise the things that we did prior to 2020, because the things that we did prior to 2020 is the reason why we needed that vision in 2020 that we didn't like so much. But we got that vision, and now that we have the vision, we can revise our lives. We can revise our goals. We can revise our dreams and be prosperous and be successful and move forward in life. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? So let's just sit back here and think about all the things that we did prior to 2020 that we probably didn't even pay attention to because we were moving so fast. We had so much on our plates. We were taking care of so many things. We were driving all over the place. We were away from home quite often. You know, we would just pick up and go and not even really focus and pay attention to how busy we were until that privilege was taken away. And a lot of people focus on the fact that, you know, we lost a lot of lives in 2020. A lot of people got sick. We had riots. We had all of these racial issues and all of these negative things that happened. Yes, that is very true. However, I refuse to focus on the obvious. That's just me. I always, even with dreams, I'm like, okay, I had that dream for a reason. And it's not the obvious that was within that dream. So I feel that way in life. When things happen, yes, all the things I mentioned about the deaths, the illnesses, the fact that we were locked down and all the crazy stuff that happened, that's obvious. Yes, okay, but let's not think about what's so obvious, and let's take time to just kind of dissect the things that are not obvious, the things that are not easy to see. Because a lot of times when we focus on what's right in front of us, it's a distraction. You know what I'm saying? It can be a distraction and take you away from the actual purpose of all of those things happening. I feel like there's always an underlying purpose behind something happening. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying to you right now, because although all that stuff happened, what I took from it is we were forced to sit still. You don't know how many people I've heard say, man, you know, I didn't realize how much I was missing from being at home. I mean, T.I. himself said he didn't even pay attention to the fact that he didn't know where his broom was in his house because he's never there. I mean, something as simple as a broom. Somebody come to your house and be like, man, can I borrow your broom? You can't even tell them where it is because you're never there. You know? And that's something small. But I'm just saying, when you don't focus on the obvious and you focus on the real purpose behind what happened, I think that your vision will be a lot clearer. And because we were forced to sit still, despite our dislike for it, a lot of people loathe the fact that they had to do things via Zoom. They hated the fact that they had to stay indoors and couldn't go anywhere. And they complained. They hated the fact they had to wear masks. They still don't like it. But at the end of the day, those things were put in place for a purpose. And now that 2020 is gone, and we got the vision that we were supposed to get, 2021, it's time to revise that thing, baby. Whatever you learned in 2020, you need to take that and revise it. I'll use myself as an example. When I first started my business in 2019, my business model was different than what it is now. And I found myself doing a lot more work, and it wasn't matching up to my grind. Basically what I said when I first started talking. So I was doing fitness classes, having people come, trying to have them pay and things like that. And when COVID happened, it forced me to sit back and be like, okay, what else can I do? How else can I help my clients aside from working out? Because working out is all good and dandy, but guess what? If you don't eat right, if you don't understand how to eat for your goals, if you don't know the difference between a macro, nutrient, a carb, a protein, how are you really going to get to the goal that you're trying to reach? Whether it's a physical look you're going for, whether it's health concerns that you're trying to fix, how are you going to get there? Working out's not going to solve any of that. Yeah, working out's going to get your cardiovascular up. It's going to add a little bit of muscle to you. But if you're still eating the same stuff that you were eating before you started working out, you're not going to see a whole lot of change. You're really not. So with that, with me not being able to do the classes for a long while in person, I was like, I'm forced to learn a new way to do my business. I'm forced to learn a little bit more, get some more certifications, educate myself, which I love doing. I don't need COVID to have me educate myself because I would do that regardless. I still do it. But just as an example, that's what it did for me. It allowed me to sit back and realize, girl, you've been running all over the place and you ain't had time to sit down yourself. So with that, I learned a lot. I networked with a lot of new people. I learned a lot of things about myself. I evaluated things in my life. And I'm sure I am not the only one. I'm sure everyone that's listening to this podcast today can relate to what I'm saying in some shape, form, or fashion. Whether it's work-related, family-related, school-related, spiritual-related, whatever. I'm sure that you got some kind of vision. It may not have been what you wanted to see, but it was what you needed to see. And a lot of times the thing that we need to see, hear, or experience the most is the hardest. The thing that we need to say or do the most is the hardest to deal with. It's the hardest to do. It's the hardest to say, hear, or experience. So with that, I learned a lot, and I hope you did too. And I think that if you really evaluate the things that I'm saying right now about how 2020 was your time to have the vision that you didn't have in 2019 because you was enjoying life. You was doing whatever it is you wanted to do. And then here we are now in 2021. And a lot of us are nervous that 2021 is going to mimic 2020. I mean, look at January 6th. Look at what happened, right? A lot of us are nervous. I'm not nervous because I feel like, as I said before, there's a purpose behind why things happen. So in 2021, we are going to revise the things that were revealed to us and learn how to move forward and get things done better than we did prior to 2020. And with that, I will say again, don't give up. No matter how hard things get, no matter how down you feel, no matter how rough it is, or how empty your bank account is, please, whatever you do not give up, because guess what? You might be right at that finish line and you don't even know it because you got dirt blocking your vision. But as soon as you keep on chipping away at that dirt, no matter how hard it gets, you will realize just how close you was to that finish line because you never gave up. I hope you guys found value in what I had to say today. This was straight off the top of my head. I did not prepare a script. I did not prepare for anything that I just said. All I know is that I wanted to encourage all of you to never give up, no matter what, and to use 2021 to revise the things that were revealed to you in 2020. All right. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast. And until next time, Chiquita Nicole Speaks is out.